I'm Hamid. This is Lara. She's a professional wing fluffer and an exceptional pilot. She hasn't been flying for long. She just comes out of nowhere after COVID. How many months did you not fly for?
Before Christmas?
Wow, so about 4 or 5 months of layoff, and she comes out and smashes out a really good XC. That was really good last week. We're going to be talking to Martin Havel today. He's our local paraglider dealer. He's a dealer in every sense of the word. He's got all the toys, and like a true dealer, he lets you try them on for free, and then you're hooked. But he's a really good guy to deal with. I've had really good experience with him. Are we doing a review on Martin or the wing? So we're not reviewing.
What are we doing today?
Yeah, so Martin just got a Phi Allegro. Phi, I smell a lot of an Englishman.
And Allegro means, we looked it up, it means fast, lively, tempo.
Lively tempo. So Martin's going to be bringing that wing to Beachmont, which is where we are right now. Hoping to fly XC today from here. Which direction are you planning on going today?
Up.
Yeah, I'm going to try the same. I was hoping to fly the Allegro today, but Martin for some reason wants to fly it before I get a chance. So it's almost as if it's his wing.
That's what we're doing. We are reviewing. Well, I'm gonna wing fluff, and these guys are gonna test and review the Allegro.
Yeah, we'll be watching Martin unpack it and fly off and enjoy the wing, and we'll try and get some video of launch.
We'll make sure we can get some nice, like, fresh crinkle wing sounds for you.
This one's really popular with motorcyclists and paragliders. This is a good spot. Martin, we've been talking you up before you came here, Martin, so you better live up to it.
I'll see.
Martin's a pro pilot from Europe. I'm his professional wing fluffer.
So it's 4.6 kilograms in size medium, which is up to 95 kilograms. And these are...
It's in a 2.7 gin compressed bag.
Gin, so they are pretty tight pack for most wings. And yeah, it's still pretty loose, you know.
Yeah.
Easy to pack.
Look at that.
So with the mini ribs in the leading cage, we've got 128 cells in the leading cage.
128, oh cool.
So there is 72 cells.
So the middle one between the ribs goes up to...
It only goes here. So you've got 72 main cells.
Yeah. 72, wow.
Yeah. And 56 main cells are divided in half.
Right.
So all up, it will be 128 cells in the leading cage. Right in the middle of the glider, and we check the length of the rods. They only go up to about here, which is
about 2 feet?
Yeah.
2.5, 2, yeah.
Not far from the start.
Yeah.
And the rest of the structure of the glider is supported by the internal structure of the wing. So that way they are really easy to pack. You don't have to worry about the rods bending, and they will work really well for hike and fly gliders or for ball beef.
Yeah.
With rock solid material, it's not an ultralight fabric.
And it would be, I guess you don't have to worry as much about packing because there's no rods. Okay.
Yeah.
And so there's nothing longer than about 2 feet.
The longest one. And if you'll go into the tip, they are pretty short in the tip, because in the tip some gliders have the rods that go all the way down here, and it's not great when you have a deflation or when you need to get a big use.
Yeah, so because there's no rods going all the way back, your cravats are not going to be as sticky.
Easier, yeah,
like,
definitely.
Okay.
So for the tips, Allegro has got last 8 cells. They are closed. Those like 8 cells, they are not divided by the mini ribs. Yeah. You only have it in the open cells.
Wow, look how close these are.
Yeah.
The mini ribs, like, as they get close to the tips, they get even
correct. And
even closer.
Once you accelerate, if you've got nice clean leading edge, it just keeps the profile in the good shape.
These look familiar.
So right, so with the razors, what you've got here is you've got split ace with 1, 2, and 3 for the big gears. They are split. Then
Where's the big gears?
So big gears is the inner one, the
okay.
single
So
one.
it's a single one. Okay, that's a good design because you could. It's easy to identify.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So then we've got B, which has got again 3 B lines with the stabilo at the end.
Okay.
And 3 lines on the C razors. B's and C razors are connected together, so that will give you the ability to steer like a 2-liner glider. They connect.
So it doesn't have a dedicated handle.
No.
You grab it.
You grab it here. Yeah.
So that's like the Maestro.
Same, yeah. Another.
It looks like the risers are almost identical. Between
they'll be very similar. Yeah.
Okay.
And the trailing edge. So, and the mini ribs in the trailing edge, they are normally straight and they finish about here.
Yeah.
So what we've got this with the Allegro is the mini ribs have what you would see on the leading edge having this 3D shaping on them.
Yeah.
That's new.
So when you say mini rib, there's no rods.
No rods.
No, so it's not ribs, it's just cells.
There is a rib inside.
Oh,
the
okay,
cell.
internal structure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what it does, because every glider will balloon, and that will make the air not so laminar, but where you need to have a laminar flow is the leading edge and the trailing edge. This is where it counts the most.
Yeah.
So it's worth spending money on having the mini ribs and cleaner trailing edge, because having the 150 cells in the middle of the glider is way too expensive, and it doesn't give you. It's not the bang for buck. It's not worth it.
Oh, look at that, Allegro. What does Allegro mean? Pop quiz. We looked it up. Assistant has run away. You're supposed to be helping. What does Allegro mean?
Means fast or lively tempo.
So we'll find out how fast it is.
They're breeding. They're breeding.
Oh, is this another Allegro?
They're breeding.
Can you make a mini wing out of these?
Aaron's
I've bought 5 wings off him in the last 3 years. You buy 5, the 6th one's free.
Oh, okay.
I bought the Mentor 5, then I had the Symphonia, then I had the Tenor, bought a Sonata, bought a Mentor 6.
Purchase.
He's sponsored.
But it's amazing. It comes with the glider.
Is it free?
Depends on what I'm flying on the day.
Okay, I think I was not quite decided which wing I'm gonna go with, but free shirt, I think I'm gonna buy a Allegro. Looks like these bugs are enjoying the wing as well. Starting to cycle nicely. I'm gonna have to go set up soon.
I've had 40 wings, so it's good to always try a different glider and see what it's like, and you can tell a lot from the behaviour of what a wing is like just from on the ground.
Do you remember what the aspect ratio of this is? 6?
Yeah. That's nice. The tips don't come up, it handles nice.
Did you have a Maestro?
No.
Okay.
I just went for the Mentor 6.
Yeah, I was curious to see what you thought of
Oh,
the differences between the Maestro and the Allegro, because a lot of people are going to be moving up from the Maestro to the Allegro, which is the next step up. I've flown the Maestro for about 100 hours.
Yep.
So once Martin's done flying his new wing, he's going to lend it to me and I'll have a shot as well.
Yeah.
And see what the differences are.
Yeah, no, ground handle's nice, where you can place it where you want. You want to go to the left. No, for an aspect ratio of 6, it handles really nicely on the ground. It comes up nicely in really smooth conditions.
Missed Martin's launch. So I'm flying the Allegro now. You decided it wasn't epic enough for you? Yeah, it's a lot of cloud, Sun's come out now, but it was shaded for a long time. So we're just thinking that we're gonna launch while we have a window. There's a lot more cloud behind over there in the north where the wind's coming from. I'm here with Lara. She's an expert at finding lift where there's none. So we're hopeful.
Looking up better now, a little window.
Yeah. Bunch of people climbing there. Neil Schaefer's in there. Am I gonna get there in time? Want to catch up to the other Allegro? That's Martin. Here we go. Nothing. Oh, there's something there, but so low. Come on. Nothing. So this is what a bomb out in a Allegro feels like. I was in very light lift and got seduced by the ridge, and that wasn't a good idea.
I saw you guys all launch after I started climbing.
Here's Martin. He stayed up the longest. Listen to the sound of the Allegro as it glides through the still air.
Amazing glider!
Mark the only thermal that there was at the time. Thank you.
He had a really nice scratchy flight.
That's amazing.
It was looking pretty iffy. The sun keeps popping in and out of these thick clouds, and the wind was dead for a long time. Very shady, and he stayed up in very light lift, circled for a long time.
The glider stays in zeros, and it really sniffs around, so that was a big help to find the bubbles. And just sometimes I was just maintaining a zero and waiting for the connection. And yeah, it worked out. And when it started working out, everybody came like a seagull. So
yeah, we're all watching you. But it turned out that one thermal was all we got out.
It was good to get some helpers as well, so then
yeah,
we could work it together.
Hiking up here, up the Beachmont track. What did you think? The clouds are coming over the back?
We got one thermal.
Now the sky's looking great. Look at that.
This is like the bomb out experience. It always looks good when you're on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. Lara's still looking for a golf ball. This is not nice to see when you're hiking up.
Foot, mate.
Hello.
Hello, flying hikers.
We get the good part first. We're just selfish. We want the good part first.
So I had a chance to do another flight from up there. The wind was a little bit over the back, but not much. So decided to see how the wing handles forward launches. When I launched, I didn't feel a lot of pressure on the risers. Felt good, so I just accelerated and worked out okay. Woo! That forward launch was really nice. I thought there was something wrong because the wing came up so smoothly. Here's a good spot to hold them. Oops. See what the windsock's doing down at the bottom. A little bit of wind. Flat hard turn. coming in pretty fast. The day was just looking like it was gonna get overclouded, and so we kind of panic launched. Martin went in the other Allegro. He launched before us. He was down at the postage stamp. He was maintaining there for a long time, really working the Allegro. We launched in the next cycle. I was doing fairly well up near the top of the ridge. Feel the little bits of lift that was there, and just turning in it, and the turns were pretty precise, tight turns. Felt good. I was focusing really hard on what I was doing, and I look back and I see a whole bunch of gliders climbing out. I decided to go after them, and even while doing that, I realized I might get there too late. There's a technical term that we use. It's called pinching off the turd. So imagine there's a turd coming down from the sky, and all these gliders are climbing up it, and you see it, and you're like, oh, that looks like a good climb. So you leave your little bit of lift, go out for the climb, and by the time you get there, the turd's been pinched off and there's nothing left. So I kind of felt like that's what happened. I got there, and there was one other glider that was kind of scratching below with me. It was enough to maintain, but I got impatient, and I thought maybe there might be more lift on the ridge, even though I didn't see any signs of it. So that was rookie error. So I went for that, and what little lift I have fell out of it and came down and did a landing at the pizza paddock. And I look up, and the guys that had gone up in the thermal were all headed down. So it seems like there was just one good thermal, and that was pretty much it. Even though it's just up there, it takes 40 minutes in a car to get down here, another 40 to get up. So we figured it's better to just hike up. I didn't notice this before, but stabilos look like they unsheathed. But these ones here, the greens and the reds, and then the bright yellows, all the way up to the cascades are sheathed. That's a plus, because on the Maestro with the unsheathed lines, it's you get a lot of tangles. So flying down, I had a chance to do a few turns. Really can't tell much in smooth nil wind conditions, but it just handles really nice, beautiful. The brake pressure's a little bit less than the Maestro. It just feels really smooth and when you're turning. Did a steep turn near the end. Again, just felt really nice. Just feels like a better Maestro. There's a bit of a uphill on landing. It might have had a slight tailwind, but the flare didn't feel like it worked well. The earlier flight, the flare was all right. The wing's internal structure is quite different. When you look up, you just see it just looks quite different. The lines look like arrows pointing forward. Yeah, it just felt really nice. Hard to say performance-wise how it compares. It just feels like a smoother Maestro. Hopefully next time we get some good XC conditions so we can really put the wing through its paces.